afternoon, goeiemiddag, long time, hey? Okay, so here's the difference between myself and my president and my SG. I usually don't wait when I go live because I come from an industry, I come from an industry where when the camera rolls, you go into action. So I will be greeting everyone as the time goes by. I'm not going to wait for a certain amount of people to log on because I do believe that everyone will catch up along the way. Hallo julle, goeiemiddag almal. Soos ek nou in Engels gesê het, gewoonlik ek praat wanneer die kameras aangaan want ek is mos 'n aktrise man, sien jy? So as die kameras aangaan, nee, dan gaan die girl, dan begin sy te praat because that's just how I'm geared. And there's something that's called ad-libbing. So I will also be ad-libbing while everybody's coming online. Hi Janola, hallo Martie. Hallo, wie het nou gegroet? Ek sien daar's UIM wat gegroet het. Ek kan nou nie sien wie dit is regtig nie en Tanya and I have to scroll up the names. I'm so happy to be with you guys. I'm so sorry that I haven't been on the UIM live. Dit is as gevolg van die feit dat ek so moes aanpas by my nuwe program, my nuwe skedule. En baie keer as ek in die oggende in een of ander Zoom vergadering of in 'n fisiese vergadering en so aan, so dan kan ek nou nie ons dag, ek meen op die live gaan nie. Ag, baie dankie vir die komplimente. So ek het besluit ek gaan oor iets praat wat I was exposed to this for the past few months and I realized something. But before I go into that, I just want to thank God for the fact that he's been carrying our president. And I declare it over his life. I declare and decree that he is completely healed. You see, this is faith in action. We need to do the faith thing. En voor mense op hulle high horses klim en sê, maar dis nou nie kerk nie. Hoekom praat julle al? Want ek sien die kommentare. Ek sien hierdie klomp duiweltjies wat kommentaar lewer en sê, hoekom bring julle al ewig die kerk? En sorry. Ons is we are about faith. We are people in faith. The party is not a faith-based party, maar ons is geloofsmense. As ek nou van 'n ander geloof was, dan het ek dalk dit ook gepraat hierso, because we can't actually separate the two from one another, because governance comes from God. Governance is not created by human beings. Human beings by nature are lawless. Human beings by nature are selfish. Human beings by nature are corrupt, and it's not something that God has created them with. It is something that they just acquire along the way. Kom ek verduidelik net gou ietsie so. Vir diegene wat nie weet nie. Ons sê altyd I'm just going to go straight into my talk now before I get to the other talk. We always talk about the principalities. Ons worstelstryd is nie teen vlees en bloed nie, dit is teen die magte ensovoorts. Here's the thing. Die magte kan niks doen sonder die opdrag van die mens nie. English. The powers and the principalities cannot do anything without a command by human beings. Okay? So please remember, principalities and demons and all those things, they do exist. As jy nog voel, nee, maar die goeders bestaan nie, you are in for a big surprise, because it does happen. I've seen it manifest in different ways. So every evil thing, every bad thing that is happening here on earth, that is happening in South Africa, ons mos nou Suid-Afrika gaan praat spesifiek van Suid-Afrika, elke negatiewe ding wat gebeur was geïnstigate deur 'n mens. So die demons en almal daai dergelike lelike aardelike goed sit nie op 'n hoek en besluit, hey, en dan kom ons gaan Tom en gou vir Fatima ons inflict haar met 'n terrible hoofpyn. Kom ons gaan Tom en gou daai gesin daar, so ons maak dat die man en vrou mekaar heeltemal misverstaan en dan stry hulle en dan skei hulle. Of hulle sit nie in 'n ou konferensie en sê, hey, jene, kom ons veroorsaak gou 'n split in daai kerk. Nee. Hulle word opdrag gegee deur mense. Ek sê hulle watter tipe mense? Slegte mense, selfsugtige mense, jaloerse mense en mense wat geld najag, wat onder die vaandel en die mag van Mammon is. Hoekom sê ek al hierdie dinge? Want ons sit vandag met 'n land wat korrup is. Dit vrot van korrupsie. Die pas van korrupsie loop uit Suid-Afrika uit. Wat is korrupsie? Dit is diefstal, dit is 'n geldwassery, dit is omkopery. Al daai goed. Wie doen dit? Mense. Okay? Ons sit hier met mense wat nie werk het nie. Unemployment. What does unemployment cause? Unemployment causes poverty and crime. All daai goed, everything. When you look at it, it's not invisible things that is causing it. It's human beings. Human beings are guilty of all of this. Now we have other human beings that have decided that no, there's too many human beings in the world. We will make a plan and just kill off the whole lot of them. But that's not my talk for today. All right? We have human beings here in South Africa that have placed themselves in hallo, ek dink my SG is op. Ek het nou nie mooi gekyk nie. En ek kan nie die name reg sien nie. They have placed themselves in governmental or governant positions sodat hulle kan steel. Want as hulle steel, dan is al hierdie goeders in werking. Poverty, crime, unemployment, insecurities. People don't feel safe in their houses anymore. Die healthcare system is in sy glory. Hallo daar uit Mokopane. Mokopane is met na julle toe kom. Sê vir ons, waarom moet ons kom sit 'n huis vol mense, dan kom ons. Racisme. Do you think racism is something that just out of the air? No, it is instilled by human beings and it is applied and executed by human beings because of their innate nature of not liking the next race. Now, this is also being used in our country by people that are in governmental positions to oppress the rest of the people. Dis mense wat hulle self aan plekke gesit het waar hulle kan besluit, ons gaan R1 biljoen betaal vir 'n sokkerspan vir ingeval vir 'n toekomstige voordele vir Suid-Afrika. Nou, hoe spesiaal dom onnosel dink die vroumens ons is as Suid-Afrikaners? Dit is die een ding wat my kwaad maak en dit is die feit dat hulle dink ons is 'n klomp dom goed. These people in government think we are a bunch of idiots. And we are not a bunch of idiots. Hallo Marlene, Lloyd, Annemarie, Diesel, hallo julle. Okay, ek is nou al klaar met my praatjie, want ek is my hart is vol. So, dit, behalwe dat dit deel is van hulle SG, hallo Jacques, ons die mooiste SG wat enige party kan hê en enige een kan nou met my stry, jy gaan verloor. The reason why they would want to do something like that, there is definitely, and I loved what I read last night. I don't know if it's published yet, but it comes out of the mouth of my president because he sees the stuff for what it really is. En dit is die feit dat daar is 'n middelman wat 'n paar miljoen rand gaan kry uit die biljoen rand wat uitgebetaal gaan. So dit is nog altyd deel van die korrupsie. While all of that is happening, people are dying of hunger. And yet these people that are completely out of touch with their fellow South Africans, shall I tell you why they are out of touch? Want hulle doen brandoffers aan hulle ancestors. Hulle praat nog met die Badimus. Hulle is nog in kontak met die dooies. Hulle consult met die dooies. Hulle het gesprekke met dooies. Hulle is besig met witchcraft. They are busy with witchcraft. Now, as long as you are entrenched in busy with witchcraft every single day, the country will die. As long as people that are in government, actually not just people in government, people in South Africa, because this has become very prevalent. Dit is nou daar op en bloot. Dit word nie eens meer weggesteek nie. Dit is by die skole, dit is by die hospitale, oral. Where witchcraft is perpetuated. When there is witchcraft, you must know that every single devil that is possible has been unleashed. As jy besig is met witchcraft en jy is so onder die krag van Mammon. Die Bybel sê jy kan nie God en Mammon dien nie. So nou vandag is Mammon besig om baie sterk vorentoe te gaan. En dis hoekom dinge gebeur soos wat dit gebeur. So, sorry, ek kan ongelukkig nie nou praat oor know your rights if I don't put those things in perspective, because everything that is happening here on earth does not happen in silos. It is not void and separated from what is happening in the spirit world, because we physical beings live in a spirit world. This is not a physical world. We live in a spiritual world, but we manifest things in the physical. Okay? Nou, ek gaan my juffrou Rottenmeier brilletjies aansit vir julle. Nou kan julle sien daar's 'n skerm voor my. I'm going to read you something that our South African police, it is their code of conduct. Now I need you as my people. Julle is mos my mense. Né? My se mense. En as ek praat van my se mense, dan praat ek van al my se mense. Sorry, ek het nie 'n spesifieke ras in gedagte nie. Ek het almal in Suid-Afrika. As jy my kan verstaan, dan beteken dit jy is Afrikaans spreek, and if you can understand me, it means that you can understand English, even if it's not your first language. So I'm speaking to everyone. Did you know there's about 500,000 black South Africans that speaks Afrikaans as their mother tongue? Not where? In Soweto. Did you know there's about 250,000 Indians who are first language Afrikaans speaking? I just thought I'd give that information to you for free. There's a specific code of conduct that this South African police needs to adhere to. It is written down. It is on the saps.gov.za website. Now, my friends, my people, you need to know what the law says. The law, as my good friend Cornell says, it is not written for the lawyer. Gone are the days where you think that the law is written for the lawyer. No, it's written for you, my friend. You need to know what your rights are. I'm going to read a few of the things that is written in the code of conduct of the police, right? We, as the police officials of the South African police, blah, 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 commit ourselves to the creation of a safe and secure environment for all people in South Africa. You can decide. Do you feel safe and do you feel secure when you see the people in uniform? Because they are actually supposed to be seen as our heroes, right? By participating in endeavors to address the root causes of crime in our community, preventing action which may threaten the safety and security of the community, investigating criminal conduct which has endangered safety and security of the community, right? In realization of the aforesaid commitment, we shall at all times uphold the Constitution. What do we need to do as people of South Africa? Know the Constitution. It is online. As much as you can come here on Facebook and watch us talk and so on, go online and go read what is in the Constitution, because you don't know your rights as a South African, hulle gaan vir jou bully. Yeah, we shall at all times uphold the Constitution, be guided by the needs of the community, give full recognition to the needs of the South African Police Services as my employer, and cooperate with the community, government, at every level and all other related role players. Now, there are people that are doing that. There are SAPS members that are adhering to that. But there are about more than 10,000 of our SAPS members that are not, that is what we know of, that we are aware of. We don't know about those that are, there's a lot of them that are not reported. Hulle is skuldig aan verkrachting en moord en roof en steel en enige kriminele saak waaraan jy kan dink is van ons meer as 10,000 Suid-Afrikaanse polisielede skuldig aan. But wait, there's more. In order to achieve a safe and secure environment for the people of South Africa, we undertake to, with integrity, render a responsible and effective service of high quality. Right? Utilize all the available sources responsibly, effectively, and cost-effectively to maximize their use. Ons praat nou nie van hierdie bakkies wat mense se trekkery en wat allerhande stront aanvang met die bakkies wat veronderstel is om uit te ry wanneer jy bel en sê hallo, hier's iemand in my erf, kom help asseblief. Dan sê hulle ons het nie 'n bakkie nie. Right. Develop our own skills and participate in the development of fellow members. Contribute to the reconstruction and development. Uphold and protect the fundamental rights. Act impartially, cautiously, honestly, blah, 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 respectfully. Exercise the powers conferred. Work actively towards preventing any form of crime and corruption. Ask yourself, is that the SAPS in your area? I think, kan ek julle is mos almal UIM lede, né? Nou UIM staan vir United Independent Movement. Ons is verenig en ons is onafhanklik en ons is beweging, right? Ons is nie there's no umbilical cord between us and any party. We might be in coalition with certain parties in council, but we are an independent party. Nou vra ek julle met trane in my groot oë. Doen die volgende. Gaan op daai website, print dit. Ek gaan dit doen. I'm going to do it. I'm going to print this and I'm going to hand out these things to every SAP station so that they can remember me, myself and I as a community member am employing them, and this is the agreement that this is how they will conduct themselves. As jy gearresteer word, ek weet nie van julle het julle geweet dat die polisie mag jou nie net kom arresteer omdat Fatima gesê het daai ouetjie het my geklap nie. Nee, dit werk nie so nie. Dat jy kan nie net iemand laat arresteer nie. Ek gaan nou vir julle sê wat moet gebeur. Die vraag is, ek is nou op 'n ander website. Ja, is 'n selfe website, maar is 'n ander bladsy. When can I be arrested? A person may be arrested either on the strength of a warrant of arrest. Dit is die eerste rede waarom jy gearresteer mag word. As daar 'n warrant of arrest op jou uit is. Ek moet julle iets sê. Daar's 'n kind en ek is besig met die ouma om saam met haar te beklei om haar kleinkind uit die tronk uit te kry. Die kind is die afgelope amper 10 maande in die tronk. Die kind het 'n sielkundige probleem. Die kind het seer gekry. Die kind was onwederregtelik aangekla van aanranding. Die mense wat die aanrandingssaak aangemeld het, wil die saak terugtrek want hulle het besef hulle het 'n fout gemaak. Wil julle glo? Die senior aanklaer weier dat hy saak teruggetrek moet word. Die senior aanklaer weier dat hy kind uit die tronk uitkom. Dis 'n kind wat onwederregtelik aangekla word. A child that was charged unfairly. And the persons that charged him want to withdraw the case, but the senior prosecutor would not let that happen. Because she says the child needs to be placed in the care of a psychiatric or psychological institution, blah, blah, blah. But that institution is full to capacity. Now, is the solution in South Africa, the justice system, then says that this vulnerable, I say child, he's 20, for me he's a baby, right? He went in there when he was 19. Is it right that this child be detained in a facility where there are criminals? He's not isolated. He's amongst hardcore criminals. Now, this is what I suspect. I suspect because I know that there are certain wardens, right, that are actually providing fresh meat to the hardcore, real bastard criminals in jail. So this child, I suspect, and I hope to God that I am not right, that I'm wrong, that this child is being held there under these circumstances for that purpose. Because there is no law that says that this child needs to be detained in a prison while he actually needs psychological help. Now, the system is failing the child once again because of non-consequential management. No one is managed this crap that is going on at the moment. So we have been trying to get this child out of prison for the past few months. And there's just blockages all over from the system. A judge that says, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. If the senior prosecutor says the child must remain there, then the child must remain there. Because if the child is set free and something happens to the child, on whose conscience will that be? As if the state or the justice system really has a conscience. Now, these are the things that our people don't know, that we are busy with the procedure, which I can't mention here. Did you also know the reason why the prisons are full? Onze tronke is full. It's full to capacity because people are wrongfully being arrested, wrongfully being detained. Am I a lawyer? No. I know the law. I am reading up the law because I have no choice, because I work with people that need to know the law. I know you need to know the law so that I can share with other people. Okay? For every inmate, there's a lot of money being paid out of the state coffers, out of our hands, out of our pockets. For every prisoner, there's an amount paid to these prisons. Dit is nie nodig vir so baie bewaarders nie. Dit is nie nodig dat so baie mense in die tronke nou sit nie. Right? Maar omdat daar geld gewissel word tussen die staat se financial department en correctional services, is hulle besig om met mense te boer. Dis hoekom daar so baie mense in die tronk is. Let I say this for you in English. The reason why our jails, our prisons are overpopulated, it has to do with money. For every prisoner in that prison, money is being exchanged from the government financial department to correctional services. I've got proof of what I'm saying right now. Okay? So, sê nou maar 'n tronk moet net 200 mense huisves en daar's 300 mense daar. Daai tronk kry geld vir 300 mense. What is happening with the money? Can you understand what is really happening here? Guys, the laundering, the money laundering, the fraudulent activities is rife right under our eyes. Right, kom ek sê die volgende. Rondom wanneer jy gearresteer word. Ek hoop nie jy word gearresteer nie, maar jy moet weet wat gebeur. Okay, either way there's a warrant of arrest, or when an officer witnesses a person committing an offense or has probable cause to believe that a person was involved in a commission of crime. You are innocent until it is proven guilty. Now, why would you keep someone in jail for 5 years, for 10 years? The case does not move on. Why are cases taking so long before it is concluded? Jy kan mos binne 'n jaar se tyd, of kom ons sê maksimum binne 2 jaar se tyd, kan al die bewys en al die necessary dinge gedoen word om te bewys. Ja nee, wragtig, hy is die moordenaar, then he is sentenced. But there are innocent people in jail, kept there for months and months on end because the system is failing them. Okay, laat ek die volgende sê. What are my rights when being arrested? Here's the first thing. You have the right to be informed of your charges on which you are being arrested. Most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, to be informed promptly of such right and the consequences of not remaining silent. Any information uttered or willingly given to an officer may be used against you in court. Now, I've witnessed hier voor my, hoe iemand gearresteer word. Die polisieman het na die persoon toe gegaan om begin hoe sê mens, search. Just started searching the person, not saying I am so and so. We've gotten a call that you have done this. We are arresting you for this. They just went straight to the person's personal space and started searching this person and asking this person, did you steal this? Did you do this? That's what they did. It was an illegal arrest from the get-go. Anyway, let me carry on. Ek's amper klaar. Dit voel asof ek nou net begin het. Okay, any information uttered or willingly given to an officer may be used against you. So this is what happened. They asked this person questions and this person was so nervous. This person started answering. But luckily, whatever the person answered cannot be used in court because it wasn't, the arrest itself was done illegally, unlawfully. You may not be compelled to make any confession or admission that could be used against you. Yet, policemen, they force people to talk. A person further has the right to be brought before a court as soon as reasonably possible, but not later than 48 hours after the arrest. If the period of 48 hours expires outside ordinary court hours or on a day which is not an ordinary court day, the accused may be brought before a court no later than the end of the following court day. Once arrested, you are required to tell the police your home address. A police officer may not request any further more information from you, including in respect of your activities or organizations you are involved with. Okay. But there's rights when you are in detention. After an arrest, you will more often than not be detained at a police station. In detention, you may be searched. Only in detention may you be searched, not before. You may, however, not be searched without your permission. They cannot search you. If you don't say yes, they are not allowed to touch you. Because if they do, they are violating your privacy. They are violating your right to personal privacy. Jy kan 'n klag gaan lê. Daar's omtrent 8 biljoen rand se klagtes teen SAPS gelê. Ek meen, die klagtes, the cases against SAPS, SAPS. The cases against SAPS amounts to over 8 billion rand. Jy waar gaan hulle die geld kry nie? 'n Weekie. Hulle moet sy hoede gaan verkoop. Anyway, you may, however, not be searched without your consent, and a person of the same gender should conduct the search. The police have the right to take your fingerprints and take photographs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, take a selfies. You may have the right to be informed promptly of the reason for being detained. Long ago, we did not, my friend, her 2 sons were detained for 3 days. Ons kon nie uitfigure wat is die klag nie. We were not allowed to go to them and ask them what the hell is going on. Nothing. Just go to the back, please. Thank you. The police must inform a detainee of these rights, and when informed, it must be in a language that the person can understand. your constitutional right is to be served in your language. As jy Afrikaans sprekend is en jy gaan na 'n polisiestasie toe, dan moet jy in jou taal bedien word. Maar jy moet nou nie onbeskof is nie. Nie daar aankom met 'n attitude van ek is Afrikaans en jy sal met my in Afrikaans praat, jy is onbeskof. Right? Choose to and consult with an attorney of your choice. Attorney of your choice, and should such person not have the means to appoint an attorney, blah blah. Hulle ken daai, hulle gee vir jou later 'n persoon om jou te help. Communicate with and be visited by the person's spouse, next of kin, religious counselors, etc. Be presumed innocent until proven guilty. Daar sekere klagtes wat bail, you have the right to bail. Like if it's, now here's the thing. Because our country is so corrupt, a person who had 740 cases against him was walking free in the street, and he was only apprehended when he didn't turn up for a court case or a court date. It only happens if you've got connections inside prison or if you've got connections in the legal system. And the fact that a judge committed suicide means that he knew more than he should, or he was involved in what he should not be involved in. And there's also a few senior SAPS members that are involved in that case. However, there are cases that permit you to apply for bail and you cannot be denied bail, especially if you are not a flight risk. Nou my mense, hoekom sê ek hierdie goeie vir julle? Want as jy nie jou regte ken nie, dan gaan daar met jou gedoen word net wat hulle wil. Want hierdie staat is lankal nie meer 'n staat wat daar is vir die mense nie. It is not even a government anymore. This government, the so-called president, kap ek nou my voet. Worry, I have to tell you this. Okay, wait, interrupting myself. We have a state president who he just wants to declare this country as a state of disaster. Hulle het nou al alles gedoen. Kyk, hulle het al die sangomas bymekaar gekry om hierdie movies se storms en snaakse goeters te laat gebeur en so on. Glo my, it was not a natural disaster, but that's a topic for another day. So all he wants to do is do a state of disaster announcement, en dan is ons weer in dieselfde is met lockdown. Hierdie in lockdown, hoorie toe hierdie mense gaan shopping, hoor. Dit hulle gesteel tot op die laaste. And that's all they want to do. So we cannot let this happen. En daai ander swap, daai gemors, stuk rubbish wat nog praat en goeders announce en sê ja, op die 20ste Maart dit is wat gaan gebeur. Daar sal die skool wees. Wie die hel dink ek? Mense, wees rustig. It is business as usual. Ons gaan nie maak dat hy klomp klein drolletjies ons lewens kom beheer nie. It's not going to happen. We do as South Africans, righteous, law-abiding South Africans, you do what is right. But the most important thing, it is for you to go and read up and find out what is your right. Unfortunately, the UIM is not a law firm. Okay, there are certain cases that I help with, especially when it has to do with children. I help. How do I help? I ask my people to help, because I know lawyers and those type of people. I ask them to help, because I'm not a lawyer. So please, that is the bottom line. You need to know your rights. So we will be conducting workshops. Myself and Nisha would like to go to communities, in a hall, in someone's house, in a church hall or a school hall. Kom luister. Nisha, she's a legal advisor. She will give you even more in-depth information on different scenarios what you need to do. There are women that are dying with a court interdict in their hands because the system is failing, because there's no consequences when SEPS members are not doing their job. There are no consequences. I'm sorry. There's steps taken, but there's no consequences. They will go to hearings, but there's no consequences. And we cannot let that happen. Be on the right side of the law, always. Okay? Ek dink dis al wat ek wil gesê het. Dit was nou lekker om met julle te praat. Hulle gaan nie ons lewens ontwrig nie, ja. Natuurlik nie. Ons is nie mal nie. Hy wil kom en kom konsert hou hier met ander mense se lewens. Rubbish. The days are numbered. We are what an absolute disgrace. We've tolerated this rot way too long. Thank you, UIM. May God guide us. Yes. And then for those people who always come on soos vrot lappe en kom vra, ja, wat doen julle? Julle praat net, hey, ons doen ten minste iets. Ons is ten minste hier op die skrif. Wat doen jy? Right? Ons gaan volgende jaar deelneem aan die verkiesing. Okay, ons sal bitter graag wil gehad dat die verkiesing moet hierdie jaar wees, so teen die einde van die jaar, en julle almal sou mos 1000 van julle vriende gevra het om vir ons te stem, en dan sal ek en Neil, eintlik eers Neil en ek en nog 'n hele paar mense. Ek persoonlik, me myself, and I want 10 UIM members in parliament. 10. Ek dink 10 is 'n goeie nommer. Dink ek moet 'n Jesus nommer ook mag gebruik. 12 klink vir my ook. Klink vir my ook goed. Okay? When are you coming to Port Elizabeth? Pretty soon. We've actually worked on a schedule and we are coming to the Eastern Cape ASAP. So guys, have yourself a wonderful day. Ons werk hard aan werwing. Baie dankie. Ons waardeer dit ten zeerste. Ons het 'n aanlyn winkel. Die inligting sal hier aan julle gegee word. Ons mense is hard aan die werk. Jacques is aan die werk. Monia, Melissa is aan die werk. Yusuf en Virginia is aan die werk. Marlezay is aan die werk. Steve en Cindy en al die ander mense wat ek nie nou by die naam noem nie. But they are busy in the background. En soos julle kan sien, ons daar sien jy, that is the just add another 2 seats there, man. I want to push. Ons pushing the envelope. If we can have 12 seats, that would be 700 and no. 600 votes. We need 600,000 people to vote for the UIM to get 12 people in parliament. Kan julle imagine 12 Neil de Beers en Fatima Abdools in die parlement? Die Here is ons herder en ons sal dit maak. Dit maak nie saak, it doesn't matter what the odds are against us, we will make it. So, in the meantime, keep on praying, keep on having hope in God, keep on doing good, keep on loving your neighbor as yourself, keep on adhering to the commandments of the word, die woord wat sê, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not covet your neighbor's possessions, etc., etc. Die eerste wetboek was in elk geval die Bybel gewees. Let's not go there. Goodbye, God bless, I love you. Ciao.